Yeah.
Teach me the Curious Curse and I'll cast it on you. I want you to learn the Cruciatus Curse, but you must cast it on me. Very well, I don't want to learn.
I don't want to learn the curse.
Okay, so you're given 3 options whether you want to... Kind of the same thing in Harry Potter when they're in the classroom. Is learning the Cruciatus Curse, but I don't want to use it.
Yeah.
You know, so I would like to have the knowledge of it, but to have the restraint not to use it. So I'm gonna actually do the middle option, have him cast it on me, rather than me casting it on him. I don't want to cause him any pain.
No, yeah.
I'd rather.
I'll do that option
I mean,
as well.
if it is in a 50-50 situation and neither of us wants to cast it, it's like, well, we got to get through the door, so someone's gonna have to cast it. You know, at that point, if neither of us wanted to do so, I just flip a coin and then someone has to cast it, because neither of us want to feel pain, but.
Yeah.
If you have to survive, you got to do what you have to do to survive, and I'd rather have the pain upon me, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
I want to learn the curse, but I won't cast it on you. You need to cast it on me.
So yeah, having the knowledge to do so, but not doing it. Because if this situation ever comes up again, I want to actually know how to do it, so I can teach another. Oh, tough decisions.
Okay.
Ready for pain.
Ready?
Yeah.
I'm ready.
I would be right in agony.
Yeah.
That is not how it's depicted in Harry Potter.
No.
Ooh.
Are you all right?
Ooh, it took me down quite a bit.
It was excruciating, but I'll
Oh,
survive.
yeah.
I'm gonna
Let's keep
take a
moving.
week-long nap,
We
and I'm
made
not
it.
gonna get
We found Salazar Slytherin's scriptorium.
the pain
I can't believe we're here.
for knowledge.
That took me down to like a sliver of health.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know if I would have a stomach for it.
Mm-mm.
Sebastian, ominous.
I
There's a
feel
book
we shall
just
never
here.
come to an accord. I
Found
cannot persuade
something.
even one of them to listen to
You
reason.
two
I
go
dared
ahead.
hope that Godric's
what's in
thoughts
the
were
garden
aligned with
around.
my own, that he
have a
understood the caliber of students needed to be exceptional, but he has fallen prey to the ridiculous notion that Muggleborns are somehow as capable as purebloods. He is furious when I expressed my displeasure at his thoughts on the matter, thoughts that he had not yet put a voice to. I tire of the discord and can no longer bear witness to the corridors of full inept children misquandering as witches and wizards. It is with a heavy heart that I know I must go from here. I shall place the creature into a deep sleep in its chamber, and it can be awakened with one who shares my views, a descendant willing to reverse the damage that others have done so carelessly wrought. One shall rid of the school of unworthy Hogwarts that should serve only to stain my legacy. Okay, I don't know what that means.
Huh.
I'm gonna need a drink.
You need a drink. Talk to
What do you
Sebastian.
think?
Looks like a spell book of some kind. This is incredible. A Hogwarts founder's possession. What an honor. Still can't believe Ominous never told me about his aunt and what she found.
What will you do with Slytherin's spellbook?
What I do with every book. Read it. Having professors as parents ingrained that habit early on. But I can do that later. For now, I say we explore this room. It's
I
breathtaking.
don't know if breathtaking is a word, because even in the dark arts class, when he used Crucio on the spider, afterwards he used the killing curse to kill the spider. And it's like, yeah, if someone's in pain or if they're gonna die anyway,
Never have made it this
Yeah.
far.
just put him out of the
We were
misery.
lucky. We could have died. We must swear never to do this
Yep.
again.
Okay. Slytherin dungeon.
I see a way out.
Best news I've heard all day.
I'm already out the way out.
Ominous. About your aunt.
Please, Sebastian. I meant what I said before. We swear
I agree.
right now never to engage in anything to do with dark magic again.
Yeah.
Understood.
Nothing is ever good
Truly
as happens.
sorry
It's
about
just
your
cruel
aunt, Ominous.
Mm-hmm.
at that point.
I suppose after all this, I am grateful to know what happened to her.
Yay!
Thank you.
Is that it? Oh, you can go back to the scriptorium.
Well, that's it.
My bet is that you could keep on going down the same path with Sebastian and learn more of the dark curses, but really it's just kind of cruel at that point to do so.
Yeah.
Basically just to have the knowledge of it, but not to
I
use
was
it.
like, I'm not gonna do the curse myself.
No, yeah. Because they are what they are. They're cruel.
They are cruel.
Especially the Crucio curse is, yeah, that's just cruel.
Yeah.
I don't know if, I mean, it's depicted as evil, Avada Kedavra, but especially with Corp de Grace, there's a reason for Corp de Grace.
Yeah.
Corp de Grace is basically, I forget what the term is, but I think it's a French definition for if someone's going to die and you know they're going to die and they're literally in pain, is just to pull out your pistol and take them out. Because there's no reason to have them just bleed out and to have to be in pain for 12 hours or whatever it is, and they're going to just die anyway, especially if they're in pain, in severe pain. There's nothing else you can do. You just do Corp de Grace.
Yeah.
But yeah, not just to give up all hope though, to explore every option to see if you can't save them. But yeah, such a heavy tone. All right, what's the
Yeah.
next one? What's the next? What's the next one? That's a heavy course to go through though.
Yeah.
Ooh, we haven't done the Oakes quest.
The what quest?
The Tale of Roland Oakes.
Oh, let me look at my quest. Ah, here, yes.
Because Avada Kedavra is depicted as just something that's evil, but
Yeah.
even then it's just kind of like, instead of beating someone to death, sometimes it is the merciful cause just to, just end it.
Mm-hmm.
Because, I mean, a lot of the spells that we have, it's like you're having to fight them to actually kill them versus just ending what you have to do if you have to do it.
Yeah. Okay.
Again, though, like, what's the closest? Oh, you can hover over it. Ah, I see. I'm very confused on that. So you can actually click on the waypoint to get the closest Flue Flames.
Oh, yeah. I already kind of talked to her, but I haven't done the quest, so.
Oh. Adelaide Oaks.
So it's pointing to like a bandit camp for me.
I like the rolls because it feels very Ocarina of Time or Legend of Zelda.
Uh-huh.
Because you just roll. Let me roll.
You can't do your speedy roll.
Ah, there you are.
Alright. Bleh.
You can feed a beast, or it can feed you.
I would be worried because if he sends owls every week and you haven't received an owl from him,
Mm-hmm.
and he's been consistently
means
sending you
the
owls, I
Oaks'
would be
campsite.
concerned.
Ranrock's loyalists, just ahead. Should I take them by force or be discreet?
Hmm.
A human?
Oh well, we kinda already know I'm here anyways.
Sweet. Especially if you're uncertain of your next move, let someone know about your location.
Yeah.
That's a good that's a smart move, because you let someone know what you're doing, what you're
Find
thinking,
out
and
what
how you're
happened
going to
here.
do it and how you're going to
Revelio.
proceed before you make a mistake. And that way people can pick up the pieces from there.
Mm-hmm.
Mr. Oakes's trade journal.
Smart move. It's like if you're going to go in a store and you're going to go to the toy section, let mom know. Otherwise, she's going to be looking all over
Adelaide
Walmart
said
for
that
you.
her uncle kept notes of his trades,
Uh-huh.
maps. Perhaps these landmarks will lead me to him.
A landmark, huh? Where is that at? What's down here?
Revelio.
Oh, I've already been down here. Already been down here, apparently.
Alrighty.
What do we have here? I may have more luck higher up in the keep. This is the spot on the map. I'd best have my wits about me. Glad I was...
Enjoy!
Alright.
I love Flipendo for what it is.
Hehe.
It does a good bit of damage.
I've been here.
You can't stop us. You won't stop me.
Yeah.
Come here.
Oh, you're not doing a lot of damage, but that's fine.
I won't rest.
Aw.
I didn't go through here. But I have been here.
What will we find in here? Levioso!
Who's it?
You've already been here too?
I've been here, but I haven't gone
Landmarks brought
in.
you all to your demise. Alohomora.
There we go.
More lock picking.
Revelio. Levioso. It looks as though Adelaide's instincts were spot on. Revelio.
See myself doing this sort of thing. Fancy I'll have my own operation worked out one day. People working for me.
Alright. What a goblin beast.
I won't rest until you're dead.
Tego. Stupid.
Well done!
Revelio.
Alright.
I can see you through the little slit in the door. Mr. Top Hat Man.
Top hat man. Hey, more winging mill potion.
Revelio. Revelio.
More money. I have so much money that I don't know what to do with.
Same. I bought all the brooms.
I bought all the brooms.
Sweet. Yeah, and we rescued her dead. We don't get to go back and talk to Anne.
What?
Is it Anne? I forgot her name already. I'm just.
Yes, it is. I
Oh,
think.
yeah. Really? We don't get it.
Revelio.
You don't get to go back and talk to her?
I guess not.
Aw.
Hello? Mr. Oakes?
Yes, I'm here. They've taken my wand. This cell has an enchanted lock. I have experience with these locks, but I need my wand if I have any chance of opening it. Look for a boiler door. I've heard them speak of it.
I need to find Mr. Oakes's wand. Where could it be?
Where is your wand, good sir?
Revelio.
Okay.
A boiler door. How to open it?
It's Adelaide.
Oh.
Yeah, it's Adelaide. I called her Anne.
And
Anne. It's Adelaide.
now how does I open this?
This door must
How do
need
you
power
open
from
the big
something.
vat?
Yes.
There's a boiler in the same room. As soon as you turn on the boiler, it opens up the vault.
Okay. How do I get up there? Oh, this way. I answered my own question.
Gosh. Unfortunately, you have to go all the way around, but
Which stinks, but
yeah.
that's fine.
Leviosa.
No, wait. I want that. Alright. Open the big door.
Gringotts.
One way or another, we'll get what we're after. I won't rest. You don't think you can defeat? No! I won't rest. Arrogant child! No! I will make you. I won't rest. You're not even trying.
Leviosa. Protego.
I forgot that was an unblockable one. Alright.
Revelio. This must be Mr. Oakes's wand. Perhaps now he can set himself free.
Alright. Give him the wand. Let's up the stairs first.
I was wondering a long time ago how to open that golden door.
Oh, yeah.
So a lot of these things, it's just you can't do it until the quest.
Yeah.
Pass it to me. Hurry, before they come. I must get out. Hurry.
Give the wand. Yay.
You did it! I found my wand and... Wait, you're a student? Oh, we must get you to safety immediately. It's dangerous.
It's all right, Mr. Oakes. I've dealt with these goblins before.
Dear Merlin, you're either very lucky or very talented. Well, how did you find me?
I'm a friend of Adelaide's. She was worried about your business with Ranrock's loyalists.
Oh, she was right to be. I couldn't go through with the agreement, and when I told them, I ended up blindfolded and behind bars. Been locked in that infernal cell for so long, they'd forgot I was even
Did
there.
you save him?
Yeah.
Never heard things.
Sweet.
If only I could reward you for what you've done. Blasted goblin stole every knut on me. All I can say is thank you. Truly.
I'm grateful I was able
Apparently
to
I
help
can't
you, Mr.
find
Oakes.
Adelaide anywhere.
Adelaide thinks the world of you.
Oh, and I her.
So what are you
She's
doing
become
now?
quite savvy to my
you finished
trading
up with the
habits.
quest?
Always analysing my detailed
Not yet.
house.
He's talking.
If only
okay.
I hadn't resorted to trading with such fiends. A lesson I shan't soon forget. Having my wand back is like being reunited with an old friend. I must return home and inform Adelaide of my safety. Will you be all right?
I'll be fine, Mr. Oakes. You get back to Adelaide. I assure you her worries outweigh yours.
Oh, I'm anxious to see my dear niece. And then I plan to travel far from here for my next round of trading. Thank you. May life reward you justly for your deeds. Be well, my friend.
Mr. Oakes was lucky. Ranrock's lot would never have freed him.
Quest complete.
You did it.
Woo!
Yeah. I do find it for those quests, like especially like that one was good for what it was, but
Yeah.
especially for the maps, like they give us those little maps that you have in your inventory, and then when you're looking at the actual map, it just says here's a river somewhere, and then you look at the actual map, the river does not even look like the river on the map.
No.
You can't line the two up and just go, oh yeah, this is this river right here. Like, if they're drawing a river, you know, it should match the same formation as the river is on the map. And that river did not even correlate. So, like, especially if you're trying to find areas or if you're trying to find where it's at, you could say, oh, there's this river here, but there could be a river down south or even some of these rivers over here. And you just don't know because the river doesn't even look like what it looks like on the map.
No,
So,
yeah.
if you're giving a broad overview of an area and where you're supposed to go next and where you're supposed to go and find this treasure hunt, which it basically is a treasure hunt map at that point, you need to be able to give an accurate detail of where and what, you know, the river looks like and give an accurate detailed overview of the map. And then also with the buildings and everything else, they do a good job there for showing landmarks. So, like, of course, there is that little tent, and then, of course, the rock, and then, of course, everything else. There's that. That went along very well, and that did pretty well. But again, giving an idea of where you're supposed to be, because I could be here, where you're supposed to go for the quest, or I could be halfway across the map.
Yeah.
I like that at least they gave the compass and they told you it's northward, so obviously, you know, for the map, you're already oriented in the right orientation, and you know which way you're supposed to be oriented on the map when you had the map up. But again, with the actual how the river is shaped was not even in correlation with the actual map when you're looking
No.
at the actual map. So I just got to go, you know, if you're going to give a location or if you're going to give something of what's the next step or how to go to the next step, give an accurate where you're supposed to be, and what are you looking for in this map, and being able to find it so you can easily acquire your target and get to the next position and get to the next stage. Otherwise, you're just kind of like, okay, where do I go? And then you have to look it up, and you have to basically watch someone else do it. And at that point, it's just kind of like, well, what was the point then in giving me this map if I have to look it up anyway?
Yeah.
So I find that very it's just, plus two, like, I play certain side quests, and I would say side quests specifically, and what's the next step? What's the next point that you're supposed to do? Like, if you've watched God of War, they'll give indications on how to do the puzzle or whatnot. If it's a straightforward puzzle, though, you don't really need to give the player the nudge to go to the next. Like, they should be able to kind of sit there, look at the puzzle, and if it's only the puzzle's constrained in an area,
Yeah.
then they should only be working with what objects are in that area. However, there are kind of instances where you have a puzzle, and the puzzle is strewn throughout 3 different areas, and it's a pretty big area, and you need to bring those 3 big pieces. And I mean, it can be obvious where it's like, oh, you need a key, a giant key, and the key is separated into 3 pieces. That makes sense if it's a giant key and you're pulling 3 pieces of a giant key. But when it's a puzzle and you need like 3 boxes, well, it depends on how big the area is and how convoluted that is, that those objects are right next to the door. Why couldn't I just pull those the boxes right next to the door to the door? So it really depends, because sometimes it's just very confusing for puzzles, especially if there's multiple pieces, and it's just kind of like it's very convoluted how you even got that answer to even begin with. And then especially within some Flash games, I found they expect you to find a mathematical puzzle answer off of that math.
Yeah.
And then within that puzzle, they don't account for some objects when those objects actually should be included. And that actually messes with you, because you're not actually supposed to be counting those objects. But there's no reason for you not to count those objects, because for what is described, is indicated, is also what you should be accounting for. So again, just making it clear what you want from the player and how the player should proceed, and making it very clear how to proceed. Because a lot of the time, it really messes with the player when you're giving a puzzle or something like that, and you just, as a player, you're like, what do you want from me? I am not understanding this in the slightest. And then someone shows you, the answer to the solution to the puzzle, what the game wants as an answer, and then you're just like, wait a minute. You had 3 extra objects that are in the same area. That is also concluded as part of the puzzle itself. Why would you not count those? And what is the mentality here when the developer is making the game and they're adding in those 3 extra objects into the same area? Why would you not count those?
Yeah.
And I mean, you could go, oh, well, those are blue boxes or those are red boxes. But again, like, to say they're also red boxes and you're all counting red boxes and those should be included as red boxes,
Yeah.
it can really mess with you if it's like, that's what we're looking for, is the red boxes, and you're counting those as well, and then the answer is actually something different because specifically, oh, that's not part of the area, even though it is. So again, like, just making it clear to the player. And especially when I was looking at that map and I'm like, okay, where's this river on the map? Does the river match up with what the map has on the map? Straight up answer, no. You need to make it so that the player isn't spending hours trying to look for, where it is on the map. Because if I was trying to find the answer to the solution, I could spend hours going through the entire map trying to find the specific location. And to me, I would just like to skip to, hey, I can look at the map, I can see that river, I can see the shape of the river, I've already been there, that's where I need to go, rather than just looking for the landmarks. Because at that point, you're mainly looking for the landmarks, and I like to just look at the map and be able to tell from the shape of the river, that's where I need to go, and that's my destination. I mean, unless it's Mount Rushmore, I'm not going to know, where those objects are if it's just a box on the map that I'm supposed to figure out that's where I need to go to. So having a good indicator of landmass where I can see and I can tell where I need to go, that definitely helps.
Yeah.
But yeah, just again, just to kind of clarify that, it's just if you're making something like this and you're making a puzzle, make it obvious, especially if it's a puzzle. I need to know what my procedure is to go through. Well, not really procedure, but I need to be able to clearly tell what you're asking me to do.
Yeah.
Because otherwise, if it's convoluted and you're going to confuse me, I'm going to get confused, and I'm just going to end up looking at a walkthrough or looking at, someone else who does it, and then I'm going to be questioning, the 10 different things that were definitely wrong with that puzzle because those things confused me. And I'm going to go, how did that make sense when it didn't make sense? Because you're throwing all these different red flags where you're confusing me on what directly and specifically you wanted to be. And so I do enjoy it sometimes though, because like they'll have in this word puzzle and they'll state it specifically, and you have to read what they're saying and kind of absorb what they're saying, and they're saying exactly what they want you to do, because you have to read their letter to someone and be okay, well, we're looking for this specifically, and you have to read that letter and be able to. But especially sometimes it's just kind of like if you're going to read it or if you're not. If it's a puzzle room where it's an actual puzzle room, I'm going to take the time to read the letter and kind of absorb that information and to think about the information that's on the paper. But if it's not something where it's like I'm going to read a paper and I'm going to, especially for this quest, I didn't really read a whole lot, but
Yeah.
Maybe they included it somewhere where, hey, I read the note and it tells me it's, west of Hogsmeade or something like that. That would give and kind of narrow it down to where you're supposed to go. But they didn't really do that.
No.
They just gave you the treasure map and they were just trying to find it. So that's where I kind of have that discrepancy of I don't see that water on the map. Therefore, I don't know where I'm supposed to go.
Yeah.
And that's where you could spend hours trying to find the location, and finally you find it. And even like with the demiguises, sometimes I will walk into a room and the character will give a verbal, hey, there's that demiguise, but I still won't pick it up because I'm just not paying attention to that at that moment. So that's just kind of some of the things that go through my head when I'm playing a game. It's just like, do I really pay attention to a lot of things? No, I just play the game because I want to have fun, and I don't play it to critically go through everything.
Yeah.
But again, like if I'm trying to play through a side quest and I'm trying to go through something specifically, I want to have the answers there for me so I can just quickly go through it rather than spending hours trying to find the solution or trying to find the answer for it.
Yeah.
So that's just me. I like to go through things at a somewhat typically fast pace. I don't like to spend hours trying to find the solution.
No, yeah.
But I mean, there is some fun though in that too, if you like the chase. Well, is that all the time we have for this episode?
Unfortunately, yes.
Yes. And we'll see you guys in the very next video. Bye-bye!
Bye-bye!